Oh, yeah. Welcome Monday, February the 2nd. If I could get the music to stop, I am actually clicking on different channels this morning, but it's good to be here. Good morning, Sky Blue Now. How are you doing? Good morning, Dusty Puff from the great state of Ohio. Good morning to all of you. We hope you are doing well this Monday. Had a good weekend, and well, good Sky Blue Now. I like the name. It's good to see you too. I'm from Twitch. Thank you. We rebranded a little bit. We just getting all boats in the same path. We're on multiple streams, and we have been working to get all of them aligned because they're different reasons. Some of them were slightly named different, and a couple of them radically named different, just because of the way they were created over time. Some of them before we kind of got everything the way we wanted it, and then with the change of co-hosts, then I just had to reset. So Twitch was one of those that was one of the last ones to be reset. So everything should be. Welcome to the Southern Patriots podcast. Southern Patriots podcast. Yes, we are still Wolf Nation. That is a part of the Southern Patriots, and we are still Cornbread Nation. All those, and Cornbread Nation Radio, which may just be, I think we're going to rebrand it Southern Patriots Radio as well. So, yeah. And there's reasons for that. We're still Southern. We're still from, we cover the world. It's all good. But where we're from is Georgia. And so the Fried, my former co-host, was using Southern Fried. And I was using a little bit different way. We just took the Fried out and sort of shortened that down a little bit. And then I didn't want the little attachment at the end, which was on Twitch. It was a little bit different and just made it easier, cleaned some things up. And so, that's always a good thing. So it reduces confusion. It aligns more with the brand we are, and it just makes it a lot easier on me. So that's why we are Patriots, and, we're Southern, and so it fits. And there's a lot of things we can do with that. We're very patriotic. That it's not meant to be. Some people see stuff like that and they're like, they make up their own ideas. But the same shows, the same hosts, the same fun that we have here, but just a little bit different name. North Carolina, I like it. Great state. My family, immigrated through the Tobacco Road. Way back in the day, that would be 1700s. My family on my dad's side came into the country. Still researching my mom's, although that would be Ireland. I'm not exactly sure when they came through. And I have done enough research to know that my family was from Buncombe County, there in the Black Mountain area, somewhere in that area, in the valley. I'm sure we weren't on the mountain, but I don't know that for sure. But I don't think so. But I do know that, I bet you're shoveling out. Yeah, lots of snow, lots of shoveling out. This has been a major storm. Schools today are on a 2-hour delay where I'm at. My company actually shut down over the weekend because of the bad weather. And I know there were call-ins everywhere. Wow. Got 11 inches here in Charlotte. We have another listener from the Charlotte area, South Charlotte. But that's a lot. That is a lot. I mean, we're just seeing ice and snow totals we haven't seen in a while in the areas that we don't normally see it. But, that's just the way weather is. It does that. It's supposed to be 46 degrees here today in the tri-state area, in my general area. So everything should melt mostly. Everything should be good. And the weather is warming. I think within 3 days, we're going to be about Tuesday or Wednesday, 50 degrees here. So we're actually looking at a 60-degree day in the forecast, not too far down the road. Yeah, cold weather can go away. Absolutely. I'm sick of the cold weather. Yeah, a lot of melting yesterday, but it's 9 degrees this morning. Bless your heart. Didn't go quite that cold here, but definitely definitely cold. I don't, temperatures in single digits or triple digits is not a good thing. I mean, it's just not a good thing. I don't care for that at all. Welcome to the Cornbread Man Morning Show. Tonight at 5:45, I had it mixed up. I put it out online first as Wednesday, Wednesday, but I'm certain that's today because last Wednesday we did racing and sports. So tonight is the racing show and sports, and I got twisted up trying to get everything lined up. And I believe we have a racing guest tonight. I will double check that and reach out to them today. But we do have a racing guest today, another dirt track driver, and Dusty will be on with us in just about a week, less than a week, really, on Saturday. Let me pull up that schedule and make sure because I want to announce that. And I was looking, I've got it in my phone in two different ways, but I believe, yes, Tyler Norwood is due to be with us today at 5:30, which that's when he comes in. We won't go live till about 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, amen to that. Absolutely. It's been negative degrees here in Ohio. Don't like it. Yes, Dusty is on the 7th of February. And honestly, that's just about the earliest we could get him in. We have a full schedule of interviews, and Dusty will be back. All the drivers will be back. We hope for ongoing relationships with them and catching up with them on how they're doing in their racing and life. It's not just about racing. We care about you as a person. And we have now getting friends all over the country and the world. We have friends in Canada now who race, and we're hoping to have on some from Australia, not too far down the road. But boy, racing's kicking in full gear. NASCAR kicking off, excited. We're excited about that as well. We're going to see how tonight goes. I hope to do another show. Yesterday, I just really took the day off again to rest. My voice, it is stronger. It's getting stronger. I didn't want to overtax it because I did quite a bit of shows there on Friday into Saturday, and it's just rough for it. But it's about back. I'm just about there. And then when I get it all the way back, it won't matter. You got to take your time with these things. But let's talk. Let's get into. Boy, I messed up too. I didn't pull up Instagram right. Glad I looked at that. But let's get them on board here because we haven't really done any of the regular. There they are. They're up and ready. So anybody want to pop in from Instagram? Instagram's a little different. It doesn't save the program anyway. So as long as we're up and going. Good morning, Kenneth Roper from the great state of Virginia, as we might say down here in the South. No, Virginia, the Commonwealth of Virginia. And I bet it's cold and snowy and icy still where Kenneth Roper is this morning. I don't like that ice. I've been watching those videos of people sliding on the ice. And thank you for that like as well. Let me make sure here and get everything up to speed. And let's get our verse of the day. Let's share this one on the screen before it is important to do. Share it on the screen. Our verse today, boom, there it is. Luke 12:32. Fear not, little flock, for it is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. That is your verse today from the Word of God. And we kick you off with the good word today. Wonderful. Luke is such a great book of the Bible. The Gospels, part of the Gospels. Birthdays today. There's a couple I really want to highlight here. Jack McGee is 76 TV actor, but let me get on down here. Christy Brinkley, remember her from Vacation? Chevy Chase. That was 71 years old today. Can you believe that? Let's see here. Dog the Bounty Hunter. Dwayne Chapman. Dwayne Chapman is 70. Can you believe that? 72 years old today. Brent Spiner from Star Trek, The Next Generation, and other things. He is 76 today. He doesn't look like Data anymore. A little bit. He still has a narrow face, though, mostly. But Data, Blake Clark, 79 today, another actor. And Farrah Fawcett, who passed from this life into the next in 2009. The old like me, you remember her from the 70s TV shows and stuff. She had some problems later on in her life, but Farrah Fawcett, probably every young man my age had that famous poster of her on the wall as a young person, and I certainly did. Most of my friends did. Happy birthday to her. Rest in peace. I hope she found her way. Is there any others I want to highlight? I think that was it. I think that was all the ones that I wanted to mention today. If it is your birthday, we want to say to you, happy birthday. Dusty says, I love Dog the Bounty Hunter show. That was my favorite show to watch. I used to watch it a lot with my sister. She lives 3 doors down from me, and I would go down and we would watch Dog a lot. Uh, just cracked me up. Matter of fact, I was Leland, he now lives in Alabama, not Greenbow though, but he was and doing bounty hunting down in Alabama with his wife. He was showing a picture of his son who used to appear on the show as a very young man. Of course, he's grown now. Dakota, was that right? Dakota Chapman. So, I kind of follow a couple of pages still that puts out news about them. You like the theme song for that show? Kind of sticks in your head, doesn't it, when you have those? My favorite thing about that show is he would say, "Get him, Leland." Leland was the fastest one, and he would just race. He was in Ohio a while back. Yeah, he kind of moves around, gets around, does some appearances and stuff, speaks at churches. Excuse me. He has one heck of a testimony. I mean, one heck of a testimony from his criminal days to helping criminals. The loss of his wife. Getting down in Mexico and getting in trouble whenever after that guy. It was a lot went on in his life, but he definitely can. He definitely has ability to reach out to people that have committed crimes. Went down the wrong road, and addictions, and he can reach them in that rough and tumble kind of way. He does. He doesn't lose. He doesn't lose that. Like whether to me, I don't know. I wouldn't have used the language that he uses. He used in the show sometimes, definitely. But they did always try to find. After they would calm down, they would always speak to the person as a human. I did like that. It was a TV show, but I believe he was genuine in that and how he talked to them. Kenneth says 8 to 10 inches of snow in Canada's weather has been down here messing all over our grounds. Roads getting better, though can't get up to my house unless tire change. So walking a couple 100 yards to get to house, keep from messing with chains for just a minute right up. I get you, man. You need almost like the winch that's attached at the top, hook up and just have it hit a button, remote, and it pulls you up the hill. But I get it, man. Those long approaches are great until they're not. It's nice to be off the road a little bit until you have to navigate something like that. So that would be very frustrating. National Day today. It's one of my favorite things to do. And there's a couple in here today that I absolutely love. Today is National Tater Tot Day. Are you a fan of tater tots? I got to be honest. I think that I like tater tots more than I do French fries. I believe I do. And I do like French fries. Not that I should. That fried food, we're not fried anymore. So fried's bad for you. But I do baked. I don't mind them baked either. So tater tots is awesome. To me, they just, I don't know. It's just something about them. You just pop them. It's kind of like a popper kind of thing, They're not so long. French fry, you might have to eat it a couple of bites or something. Tater tot, you're just popping them. They're very addictive. But National Tater Tot Day. We're having some chili today because it's cold. We was meant to have it yesterday, but got some of the stuff late. So chili today. I might just have to mix in some tater tots. I think tater tots and chili would go together very well. Absolutely. It is also Ukulele Day. I am not a fan of ukuleles. I don't have a vendetta against them, but I'm just not a fan of that sound. But hey, to each his own. If you have a ukulele and you can, Dusty says he loves chili too. If you have a ukulele, you play it today with pride because it is National Ukulele Day. I'll let that one just be for those that enjoy the ukulele. I'm just not really a fan of ukuleles. It is Heavenly Hash Day. Heavenly Hash, that's a nice sweet that you can get. I haven't had that in a long time. I don't believe. I'm not a big fan of marshmallows anyway, and it does have that in there. But the way it's cooked, I can't eat it. But I'm not. But I'm not a big fan. It's not my favorite. Southern fried tater tots. You can do it. Dang right, Brusky. Oh, but yeah, Heavenly Hash Day. And let's see here. We have also, let me go back. And it's Groundhog Day, and we will have an announcement this afternoon on Groundhog at the beginning of the show. We are rebranding our Groundhog as well. So, because it wouldn't be right to do what was done together apart. And so I don't know if it's even a thing with the former, if you know what I mean. But I'm going to rebrand. It's going to be a rebrand. We'll announce that tonight, the name of the podcast, Groundhog. So I've meant to have some things in place before that to be on screen. But you will see the logo today for the Groundhog for the Southern Patriots podcast. Absolutely. We're not going to pay attention to New York, or Puxatony or Chuck up there in New York, or even Beauregard down here, because that's more South Georgia, Beauregard, middle to South Georgia. We're going to have a rebrand. So North Georgia on the podcast here, we're going to have our own Groundhog. So we will let you know that today. Announcement today, and going forward, Groundhog will become part of the podcast. So we'll just go with that. So we'll see what happens today. We'll announce that during the racing show or sports, probably racing. We'll pop that up there on the Chaser, Dean. You have not heard it. I did get together a song for Dean. He loves it. It's called The Legend, Dean Chaser Potts, and he loves it. He absolutely loves it. Yes, Puxatony, and I'm not on I don't hate Puxatony, Phil, but come on, it's Pennsylvania. I've been to the little town of Puxatony. I've rode through. I've seen all the little clocks and all the little Nobbler's Square Hill, whatever you call it. I've seen all that. But we're not listening to a Pennsylvania, a Yankee Groundhog down here in the South. And unfortunately, they've linked well, maybe in a virtual way, Boski. But he's talking about Mean Dean Potts wants to kick my blah, blah, blah. That was like a challenge. You'll have to have the virtual slam. Dean would probably not hurt a fly. But he'll get in there and mix it up with the best of them. Good morning to you on Instagram. J. David's World. I like the name. And Antonio Basil 209. I hope I said that right. God bless you for being in the program this morning. But yeah, it's Groundhog Day. Are we going to see 6 more weeks of this mess or not? We're going to consult our own Groundhog today. She is. Met her. Miss Potts is lovely. Ken, who was seen on screen for a brief moment, that's the first time ever. That was history making. Marine, he's a former Marine. He is in the studio just about for every racing show. Big fan as well. He just doesn't like to get on screen much. But I have met his mom. She is, and they're a great and wonderful family. Got a hug from Mom. First time I met her. She's a hugger. I like it. So my mom, my wife, all them, they're huggers, and she hugged my neck. And we're just family. Family now. If you didn't see Saturday's show, a Biscuit Boy was off the chain. I think the snow got him all energized. He was ready to go play in it. So he was ready to cut a trail. We had a fun show, though. A lot of clips from Wolf Nation, Cornbread, the Cornbread Nation show, and the Cornbread and Biscuit Man Cornbread Man and Biscuit Boy, if I can say that right, morning show on Saturday. A lot of clips, a lot of different discussions. Been putting some of those up on the screen. But that's your national days today, and so enjoy them because that's the ones you got. And we'll pick that back up tomorrow. And by the way, the first Groundhog Day was officially in 1887. 1887. So a lot of history there. Although it is that that Pennsylvania history. If the South had won, would Puxatawny even be a thing? I don't know. Probably would, I guess. But Gobbler's Knob. Yeah, it was. That's an old history. So we'll see what the prediction is today. We will cover what Chuck says, what Puxatawny says, or what the proclamation is, what Beauregard says. We do cover those. There's about 30 or 40 of them. We're not covering that many. We're going to cover 4. Chuck, Puxatawny, Beauregard, and a surprise name. We will not announce it till this afternoon. You dang right. We're still fighting for the same things, dude. Why should we stop? Yeah. States' rights. Government overreach. Oh. We don't call it the Civil War down here either. It's called the War Between the States. And we wear that rebel name with a badge of honor. The first. Oh, by the way, you could call them the J6 Originals because that had enough of federal overreach. And yeah. Epstein files are being released, forthwith. A lot of pictures, videos, documents coming out. Been some people implicated in some things. There's one thing, and I agree that all of it should be released. However, there's a troubling thing going on as well. There's something called a presumption of innocence, and unfortunately, that has been thrown out the window here in America. And there are certain things, if it's straight on the page and documented, that you have different people that are involved in discussions, you probably got a pretty good guilty, by association, things that were said, But however, people are making assumptions with a lot of things where one person with no verification said something. And here's the problem. Here's the problem. Both sides, being left or right, chooses what they want to believe. And here's how that line of thinking goes. And first of all, it's a witch hunt either way. On the left, if anybody conservative is listed, they're going to go after them hard nose. But they're going to ignore anybody on the left that's implicated. Absolute pass. Well, the right's doing the same thing. If there is somebody implicated on the right, they just ignore it and they go after everything they see on the left. And so we're throwing artillery at each other, left and right. Not me personally, but that's what's happening, right to left to right. Some of those things are one-page documents that has no documentation of whatever, and it's simply they interviewed somebody. And that is somebody saying something about something that they were at. We have no clue if that really happened. I mean, anybody could say in an investigation and just throw a bunch of shade on somebody. I mean, this is serious. I mean, I'm not saying it didn't happen. I don't know that it did or it didn't. And I think that's dangerous. And I was thinking this morning, are we going back to the Salem witch trials? Are we just going by association, or something happens or somebody said something? Are we just going to destroy people? And that's absolutely what's going to happen. We're going to destroy people just because their name is mentioned in communication. People on the right have been saying forever, the president has been listed, but there's no proof he ever did anything. Other on the left, they say he's, a convicted this, he's admitted to that, or people have said this about him and he should, be in jail. So this is how this is going to go. So it's going to be absolutely chaotic over the next few weeks as these 3 million pieces of information are put down. I mean, let's think about it. And I've been in courtrooms, where, and that's what happens. You have people that come and testify. And as a person who has been on juries, as someone who's been in courtrooms, when somebody testifies, you're listening to what they have to say, but what they say may not be the facts. It could be they raise the right hand. We're going to tell the truth. So help you God. Blah, blah. But they lie. They lie because if anybody's being interviewed or investigated for something, they're going to throw attacks at other people and make themselves look clean. Some of those are just very disgusting, and there are conversations between people that are saying there's nothing they can say because multiple people are on they've got the text or the emails or whatever it may be. Just like still, they would have to, there's nothing going to happen to them. A lot of them are dead. I mean, even those alive, very little other than maybe a resignation from office or something like that is probably going to happen out of this. But there could be people that get swallowed up into something that maybe they didn't do actually anything, but maybe they were having conversations with a sleazy person who is a pedophile and horrible and, off the face of this planet. For a time, people are almost making her almost like, that she wasn't as guilty. Now I think what you're seeing in it was really his deal, and she's bad. She should be naming names and releasing all the information. Almost became like their point person for her. Well, she's just as guilty and just as bad. Just as bad things, but and that's the problem. I mean, who do you believe what somebody says and she's not said much, but anyway, I just I just think we have to be careful with it and let it play out. But that's not the way we roll in America anymore. It is full on. You get a piece of information because of social media, it is just burn it down, baby, left and right. Left to right, right to left, and that's where we're going to be. And so it's nothing's changed. It's been like that for a while. It's just going to intensify, especially with midterms right around the corner. Broski says, have you been following Alberta's fight to secede? It's way past being a fringe movement. It's legit. Oh, I have no doubt it's legit. Can it be successful? There are legit movements in America for hey, poke fun at the war between the states all you want, but there are I'm not saying you, but I'm saying people out there who poked fun, said it was illegal for the South to do what it did. They said, listen, we can't exist with these people anymore the way that they're, controlling us. Well, there are counties in Oregon, there are counties in Colorado, there are counties in California that want to move away from the main body of the state because they say the state doesn't represent them anymore and they want a path to their own statehood or join another state. And these are legit movements. They actually have politicians that are involved. They're very organized, and they're exploring the precedents and looking for legal maneuvers to make it happen, or hoping that the state will let them go without a fight and just saying, look, we do not align with you. We don't want to be a part of you. Let us move into the next state. So I see it as being like that, although I think that would be a fight. They are calling out the communist in Canada and Mile Carney and the Easterners, Ontario and Quebec, Alberta, pay equalization payments in the tens of billions to these provinces every year. So I definitely am following it. It's a, it's interesting, and where does it go? I mean, that would be pretty massive to lose, one even or two or three provinces would be devastating to their economy, I'm sure, as it would for any. So that's where they fight the money, the taxing, the control, the whatever that comes with that, resources, and it goes on and on. So we'll see. That's interesting, though, that of where it's gotten at, and really, the president, although those seeds of that were there for a long time, the president across the world has brought this, Make America Great movement, MAGA movement idea to a lot of places, lots of places. If you listen to the tea leaves, the president has said that there's, a lot of ships headed towards Iran. Some believe it's less than now. There's been like an hour countdown to we're going to be at war with Iran. I don't know that that's going to happen, but a lot of people online are kind of going there and saying, we're going to be bombing them within so many hours that that's reached it's reached a level they're not gonna back off and we'll be at war. So I don't know if we will or not, but pay attention to that because within the next 24, 48 hours, probably 48 hours, I think everything would be in place. It was 72 hours, and it's a lot less than it now. So 50, 60 hours away, something like that, maybe 50 something. Everything would be in place for military operations to begin, at least from the air and missiles, be missiles, planes, drones, whatever. So we'll see what happens. I don't know. Pray for people's sons and daughters who are in the area of the Middle East, steaming that way, maybe towards military action against Iran. So we'll see. The president says, he's been predicting the collapse of Cuba's economy, and in the news he was talking about, that he wants a deal, with them. India is now buying Venezuelan oil, so they have an outlet for the oil with India at least right now, where others, they're not allowing them to have it or get it. And there's now an agreement with those two. Hey, Ginger, how you doing? Thank you for the like. God bless you. You've been looking great, happy, just traveling all over the place. I'm truly happy for you, and keep on smiling. And you deserve all the good things that God sends your way. Amen. But yeah, we will see what will happen with that. But yeah, there's lots of. I mean, it's just in a time where the news cycle is going to include, our military probably in action, or different things going on. It seems as though the hostilities between Russia and Ukraine have intensified or are intensifying again. Um, it's bad over there. They don't have power, and what power they have was being attacked. I think that has kicked off again. So no news there. It's just the same old thing. Um, there is an article this morning that the U.S. is boosting uh, the Mideast air defenses before any Iran strike. So they're moving additional systems into the Middle East as the U.S. prepares for the possibility, although not guaranteed, possibility of Iranian retaliation should the president order strikes against Tehran. The Wall Street Journal reported Sunday. So this is not even like some news article out of left field. This is the Washington Journal is now reporting this. The officials told the Journal that American airstrikes on Iran are not imminent, but military planners are accelerating defensive deployments to protect Arab allies, Israel, and the U.S. forces if a broader conflict erupts. While the U.S. could conduct limited strikes immediately if ordered, officials have said a more decisive campaign the top Trump has asked the military to prepare for would likely trigger a proportional Iranian response. The U.S. already has significant air defenses in the region, including Navy destroyers capable of intercepting missiles and drones. They're also deploying Terminal High Altitude Area Defense, THAAD, they call that for short, battery, Patriot air defense systems to bases housing U.S. troops in Jordan, Kuwait, Bahrain, Saudi Arabia, and Qatar. According to this report, the air defense question is key. The extent to which we have sufficient material to ensure that our troops and assets in the region are going to be protected from some kind of Iranian retaliation, said Susan Malloy, a former State Department official, told The Journey. THAAD systems are designed to intercept ballistic missiles at high altitude, while Patriot systems defend against shorter range threats. And Patriots have been used in the region for some time. So to follow up, Brodsky says about Alberta, their movement is way past the counties. And and I'm not saying they weren't. I'm just saying that they do have organization as well, and have been trying to move that way. I would think Alberta's is different because it's a different country. There's different legal mechanisms in place. It's a huge organized operation. The premier of Alberta is on board, people lining up in sub-zero conditions to sign petitions. Here's maybe my question to this, Broski. Even if they pass it, do you think Canada's going to let them? Do you think Canada proper will let that happen? Would they intervene, militarily to stop that? That'd be my question to you. Okay, it's good to have all that in place, but that's where it's going to get ugly. Are they just going to let them file legal paperwork and do this to pull away, or would Canada actually use military against a province? Arrest leaders of these movements, or just totally declare a national emergency or something like that and say you're not going to do it and put tanks in the streets. I serious question. Do you think that because I'm going to tell you, they played hardball with them truckers, did they not? I mean, look at what they did. They made it illegal in Canada to even bring them gasoline. People went to jail. They arrested truckers. That was a huge movement that was going on, and they crushed it. They absolutely crushed it. And they went after those the same kinds of people in a big way, and they went against their own. From my understanding, they broke some of their own laws and things to do that. So I would just be, they've got something. They do have a military because they've served in war. I mean, they do have troops of some kind. There are legal ways to do it. Quebec voted to secede in 95 and only missed by 1.1%. Trump administration will back it as well. And I'm not saying he wouldn't, but are we looking at, I mean, think of the ugliness of that though, broski. I mean, when you're saying he's going to back it, if they use some sort of force to try to stop that, are we talking about, just the threats, tariffs or, legal maneuverings they could do against Canada, or we're talking about putting people there, a couple of pop guns, slingshots. I don't know, man. I think it's an interesting situation. I would say it that way. I'm not saying I'm not. I'm just putting the counter to it. That's what we do. We're just talking it out. I'm not opposing it or saying it wouldn't happen. I'm just saying, power. Powerful people do powerful things sometimes. They do not like their kingdoms being parted off from them, pieced off. They don't want Canada provinces being, traded at the flea market, so to speak. I mean, that's the way they look at it. Like, you're not going to do that. I mean, you're just not going to do that. I mean, what do you think would happen? What do you think it would happen? This is also another movement out there. What do you think would happen in America if Southern California voted to secede from California and go back, or America and go back into Mexico? The very southern counties of California. There's a big movement for that to happen. Can you imagine what would we do? What would Trump do if those counties voted together and had the people's signature voted to go back into Mexico? I will put more attention on it. Sure. I'm all for that. I mean, I applaud them. That's like I applaud the people of Iran and people wanting change and are going against globalist movements, governments, that are treating them bad or controlling their lives to the extent they can't have freedom or whatever it is. I'm all for that because if that's what they want, we welcome them. Come on in, But I definitely will. I'll promise you that, broski. I'll put a little more attention on that. I've just been watching it from afar. And I mean, I will watch. I just don't think it's going to happen, man. I just be honest with you. I don't think it's just not going to happen. I mean, it'd be great. It'd be great. Now, I agree. I absolutely agree with you. But I'm just saying. Does Canada put go in and take over the rest of the politicians in that province? You don't think that couldn't happen? I think that's a possibility. I don't know. But I guess we're just going to have to wait and see. Oh, did you watch the Grammys last night, broski? I did not watch the Grammys. I remember when I used to watch the Grammys. I did not watch the Grammys. ICE wars. Minneapolis insurgents set up barricades, block cars, run license plates, and check IDs. How long are they going to put up with this mess in Minnesota? Oh, I agree with you. I'm not saying that it doesn't. I'm saying that I don't believe Canada's going to allow that to happen. That's more of movies. It's a award show, man. The Grammys watch music, and it can be music in movies and different things. It's entertainers, it's singers. I don't watch mainstream anything. I got you. But absolutely, we'll put coverage on it. We'll see. Do you know anybody in the province? I'd like to hear from them. We'll bring them on and talk to them. I will see if I can reach out to somebody, and we'll see if we can't get them on this week. Maybe we'll see. I agree. I agree. But when an animal is cornered at its weakest point, that's when it strikes the hardest. Back out. I'm just saying. I applaud them. Go for it. I'm trying to remember which province that my friend lives in. He always had a unique. He did not like Trudeau or anything. No, he said, "I can't believe we voted for that idiot." But you don't know anyone there. I have a guy, but I don't remember where. I think he lives above Toronto, if I remember right. But I can't remember what. I'm gonna have to look at that. I think I can figure it out. And maybe he's a funny guy. By the way, the guy that I'm talking about has done training on many movies and TV shows and sporting events for fall protection. He's a safety guy, and he lives in Canada, and he's retired. His business is being run by his son-in-law, I think it is. But he traveled America. Look at him and his wife. They rode Harleys down here. Went to historic sites. He loved history. But this guy worked on movies like Cliffhanger, even TV shows, because they have to have help. And he's been at the Masters, Fenway Park, because he was brought in to tell them if they're legal or not, to be safe for fall protection. So he was even on The View. He was even on The View, not on it, but he was attached doing safety. He lives in Canada, and I'll just have to look that up. Maybe I can get him to come on. He's quite the character. That'd be a good idea too. He's an interesting person, funny guy, but loves. He has he had a place up there. He sort of bought as a retirement place right on the river, and living the good life. He worked hard. I talked about him the other night. He used to jump. He was the jump guy for Miller harnesses and stuff way back in the day. So the guys had to have like both hips replaced or something. He did all them jumps, man. Testing equipment. Like back in the days before they use something electronic now. I mean, he was that human test dummy for doing that. He even said, I was dumb. He did so many jumps and all that. There's even with safety equipment, there's still the forces upon the body when you break that fall because of gravity. And he said, I'm crazy for doing it. But that's kind of how he got into the biz, was doing that. And then he started his own company when he realized that most people don't have their camera crews or whatever into they're not safe. And that's what he does. He comes in and says, you can't do that. You got to make this safe. But I'll look into that. If anything, he would have an opinion about the breaking away or whatever. What about this? What if Trump didn't want them? Do they form their own country? I'm just saying. What if he couldn't get? I mean, you would have to have congressional approval, right? I mean, what if it wasn't recognized? I mean, they would be their own little country. I mean, truly, an ally, a member of NATO. There's a lot of ramifications here. I just find it interesting. I'm definitely would want to explore it. Thank you, JJ Lewis, for stopping by and the like. We appreciate it. I would just like to know where you'll go with that. But it'd be a fun discussion to talk about. I mean, interesting, not just fun. I mean, interesting. I would like to know kind of where we would go with that. I mean, we joke about them being a state, but there's ramifications of that. Could they be our southern state in the north? That would be hilarious. Oh, I mean, I know the provinces are very different, the different backgrounds of how they were settled from the French and, different things. But, it is a very different country. There's so many differences from, place to place. Um, they also, there's a lot of interesting history there. I would be interested to know about that. Once again, know that our show is brought to you by Patriot Mobile. Use the promo code Cornbread when you go to Patriot Mobile and get your first month free. First month free. And yes, I'm not drinking it this morning because I'm drinking some coffee, but W energy drinks. Go to W, use the promo code Southern Fried, and you'll get 10% off. I love this stuff. Love it, love it, love it. We do have an affiliate status with Mammoth Nation. I'm a lifetime member of Mammoth Nation. I don't have the link up this morning. I'll show it on the way out, and you QR code that if you join. It's a great organization, just like Patriot and W. But Patriot and Mammoth, they both are very much America first, and they are very conservative. They stand on the First and Second Amendments. Patriot Mobile is Texas based. A lot of news out of Texas today with that special election down there. But yeah, Mammoth Nation, and we've got some others as well. We have a new one, Fruit Hero. I've not been promoting it first. I've got to get the commercials. This week it's going to happen. The commercials redone and place those back up. We're starting. I'm getting caught up a little bit with all that's going on, and we'll get all the little vendors and all the little companies that we're aligned with, and our store. We'll get it promoted back up as well this week. You'll be seeing commercials. I was putting some background music up to run it during the show. I've got the one I want, and you'll see that this week. But that's some of the affiliates that we have. We also can go to buy a coffee, and I've got to do a new logo for that. And we do have some monthly supporters, and there is a an opportunity. We're going to have some shows, some portions of shows. It's going to be after the show that we do here on certain shows, be it Cornbread Nation or Wolf Nation, and probably some of that's going to go to one site for now, and it will be for subscribers. Be seeing more about that, and still be all the regular programming, but there's going to be some extra that will go up and be just for subscribers because they subscribe and they are paying a little bit, $1 a month or $3 a month or whatever it is. And, we want to do something special for them. If you want to see that programming, you just join. It's cheap. I mean, it's nothing to it. You don't have to. It's up if you want to. But it's a way for us to pour some things back into, which we do with everything, back into the podcast and put more energy into what we're doing. So we're trying to get our on down the road. I've had discussions with some people on a Roku app for the podcast, and hopefully get that up. The goal is to get it up this year, not hope, to have our own Roku app where you can download your TV, and we'll have a lot of news coming about that. We've already had meetings, or I have, and hoping to get that off the ground. If I had the money in my pocket, it'd be happening today. But the monthly is not bad for that. Just getting the initial investment up into that is a little pricey, but I'm a person that stands on what I'm doing, and we'll do that soon. So all the things I'm talking about will help fund that in a small way, and everything helps. And so, there'd be something you could subscribe to as well. So looking forward to a big year. 26 is going to be a big year for us, and looking forward to all that we're doing and all that we're going to produce. And we're excited about it. And remember, Wolf Nation, Cornbread Nation, those are entities. They'll definitely be up in the store. And we'll be having, I've got a guy, I'm hoping Thursday to have the interview. I've got to look. I emailed him it was kind of weird how we kind of communicate with each other. But a gentleman who's wrote a book about Buford Pusser, they're trying to rip him left and right down here in his history. I'm hoping to have him on Thursday night during the Wolf Nation show. He'll be live in studio, by the way, and that'll be a fun discussion, and one that will probably be. It certainly won't be a one-off. I just believe it's going to be, something we'll dive deep, but it's something we'll have to come back to. and we'll let him tell his story. But I'm hoping to do that Thursday. If it doesn't work out, it'll be within the next 2 weeks as long as his schedule allows it. We're going to make it happen. Looking forward to that as well. The weather's been horrible, but we're going with Amy Petula back down to Corpsewood. We're going to do a little video and pictures and stuff from the site of those murders and her book, The Corpsewood Manor Murders. We're going to, Miss Amy Petula is the author and also the owner operator of Chattanooga Ghost Tours. We'll be going back down into the area, which is not far down there. I don't know if Ginger's still listening, but Ginger, that's down your way. I'm sure you're well aware of that story. Miss Amy is well into another book, research for that, and also in the same area. Some of the other oddities of the area and stories and odd things that have happened in our region. We hope to get our a live show from the Book and Barrel bookstore also, as the weather has gotten a little bit better. It's just been, you never knew what it was going to be, but we're kind of melting and coming out of it, or we will be today, and we'll get that up. And so go live from the Wolf Nation Book Club is a real thing, and we will start having a show for that, just to meet and talk about books that people want to promote and talk about and tell and see what other people think about them. And we'll get people involved with that. I need to get 3 Ravens back on. What are the 2 crops that are most grown by farmers in my area? Well, everybody here grows corn for sure. I mean, that's a big one for us, and probably, I mean, just because everybody buys it. I mean, we've had the soybeans for sure and different things, but most people around here are going to buy corn and tomatoes and stuff like that. But you get a little more south, it's going to be cotton and soybean and peanuts and stuff like that. And Ginger's still listening. Ginger, are you familiar with the Corpsewood Murders? I don't remember. I've got the book. It's actually in the house. I don't have it in the studio. I need to bring it back down because I've been trying to read on it. The Corpsewood Manor Murders down there. I'm sure, because that's down there. Tryon, right, or Foot of Pigeon or whatever. We had her on, and she wrote a book about that and has some pictures in it. She was privy to a lot of extra pictures and stuff because of her being a lawyer and her connection to law enforcement. She was given a lot of help by judges and prosecutors and stuff that were involved. And so she's now going to be looking into, there were a couple other pretty big murders down that way. One of them was a guy who killed his girlfriend, or I think his girlfriend, wasn't it? And maybe dismembered her. That story. There's another one. I can't remember which one she talked about. She's doing research on all that, so she'll probably have another book. I'm noticing that if you want to get McCracken Poston's book, The Zenith Man, about Alvin Ridley, they'll be just going to paperback. And the hardbacks are going to be not produced anymore, because you go past that, they'll get past and just go to paperback. But if you still want an autographed copy of The Zenith Man, which is about Alvin Ridley right there in Ringo, Georgia, you can contact the bookstores up there, and they will hold it. He will sign it before it's shipped to you, or if you want to drive up, they've got signed copies, or he'll sign it there for you. McCracken Poston, longtime lawyer, still practicing here in the area. He wrote, it's a great book, by the way, on the Zenith Man, but the Corpsewood, I'm reading through it, but she's going through that story. Boy, that's icky. That's some weird stuff. Ooh. I mean, I heard about it way before the murders, but then they happened, and I remember somebody worked at the plant, come up and was talking about it. It was strange, weird, odd stuff that happens in our area. And we wonder why. And that was her question. Why did so many things happen in such a small area? If you include the Marsh Crematory, another big story, if you think there has been like 5 major tragic events within the general region, all within a short span of each other, like a few years either way. And it is weird, it's odd, and I don't know the answer to that, but she is looking through information, and that's what authors do, they research. So She is deep in the box. Yeah, The Corpse Manor. Yeah. I don't have the book to show you, but Amy Petula here in Chattanooga wrote a book on that. I met her at the Book and Barrel. She was doing a book signing, and we've become friends. And me and her and Biscuit Boy are going to go down. The weather's just gotten in the way, but she don't want to drive back down there. It's kind of a rough to get in there and out. We're going to take Paul's Jeep and go down Paul LeBron and go back down there, and she's going to go with us. And we're hoping to get that done here in the next 2 weeks. The weather's breaking a little bit. I'm going to contact her today and see if we can't set that up. We're going to go in between school, right after school starts and before it ends, because she has to drop off and pick up her son. It won't take us that long to run there and do what we're going to do. We still got to get back down to Marietta to Mary Fagan's grave again. We're going to lay flowers there. And Miss Kim, Kim's Coffee Talk from Woodstock, Georgia, is reading Mary Fagan King's book right now. And she's going to have Mary Fagan King on her program here soon. That is a wonderful book. I've not even started. That is a thick book. There's a lot of detail in it, and it's going to take me a little while to get through that. And let me not forget to advertise for our friends at Three Ravens Publishing here in Chickamauga, Georgia. Three Ravens Publishing. They've been great friends. I need to get them back on in the next 3 weeks or a month. They have the sci-fi, the humor, and all that. It's funny. Great books, and I have a number of them electronically that I'm reading on now. They're a lot of fun from right here in the heart of Chickamauga. And our friends at Southern Shadows. Southern Shadows. I'm going to go by and get one of her books. Maybe, it'll be tomorrow. I got racing show tonight. It's going to be busy. But Southern Shadows, it does the ghost tours in Chickamauga. And she's been on the show. And I need to contact Miss Courtney and have her back on. We need to talk history this week, if at all possible. So she's great. yeah, Devil Worshiper Mountain. Now, Amy doesn't think they were doing that, but everybody else does. She said that was just a connection they had because they made a donation. But if you ask anybody down here, that's what I haven't heard it described exactly like that, but I'm going to remember that. That's Devil Worshiper Mountain. Thanks for that. Oh my gosh. But it was definitely a lot of devil worship type stuff. I mean, and Watchman thinks he was connected to the CIA, the one guy anyway. But I want to get into just horrible. I mean, just horrible. A little bit more about that story. We're going to go down and do a little bit of, pray for us. They say if it does any connection to that, has weird things happen. We're just going to blow that up and go down there. But most of it's gone, but we're going to go down there and do some pictures left of some things that are still left. And we're going to do a couple of videos maybe from down there with Miss Amy. This is I'm so thankful that she wants to go. And okay, she reaches out to me. I mean, she's really excited to go. And I need to reach out to her because it's just been this weather. I'm sure she probably didn't want to go down there and freeze. And plus, it would just be hard to get into that area. Not a good time to go. But as the weather heats up, we're gonna get back down there or get down there. She's been there 2 or 3 times, I think. But it's not a lot of parking down there. You got to hike in a little bit. It's not far, but a little bit. And she said the roads are bad sometimes. So her car, she thinks she done damage to it the last time she went down. So we're going to take the Jeep and we'll ride up there as close as we can and get off in there and do that. But yeah, that's an interesting story. I need to rerun that. I think I'll rerun that interview today during the day, and probably Mary Fagan's as well. Mayor Fagan King, her interview. I think I'll do those today and probably just run the trifecta and get McCracken postings out there as well. Ginger says, I'll take you. Hey, that's an offer. Absolutely. That would be, I'm interested. We, I've never been there, but we're going. We're going to go. Hey, it's been great. I got to go to work, I got to go to work and no kids today. They're on a 2-hour delay. I'm going to leave work and go drop them off. It's so cold, but they're doing a 2-hour delay in the county schools here. So I'm going to get off here, get to work, and then leave and do that. We'll be back tonight, 5:45 of the racing hour, then sports, and probably something else. Maybe I don't know about history because I want to do that Tuesday. I'm gonna see if I can get Courtney to pop in, or Thursday actually. We'll go back into music show Tuesday night. We're gonna talk about a new band, and we'll have our new feature, the album spotlight of the week. I highlighted 3 albums this week to give you an idea. I still have them right here. To you old timers out there, did you have? Some of you have seen this, some of you have not. Did you have this album in your collection? Def Leppard's Pyromania, or CD 8-track. So, whatever. That was an album we highlighted because I was doing the coverage for Def Leppard 5-part series. I still got more to do there, and I got fans that's going to be coming on as well and talking about their experiences. Tesla, their debut album, Mechanical Resonance. Tesla, what a beautiful album cover. And yes, some of you Southern rockers celebrating the band from down under, AC/DC's Dirty Deeds, Done Dirt Cheap. Did you have those albums or CDs or whatever? Let me put that back up here for a drop them and mess them up. That's out of David's vault. That's David's vault. Paul says, yeah. Ginger says yes. She did. She likes good music. It's going to be more than just rock bands. I mean, I've got some country and I've got some other things, and we're going to pop those up. So we're going to select 3 each week, 2 or 3. And I've already got one picked out for this week. I got to pick 2 more out or whatever. But surprise, we'll surprise you during the show and see if you had it. I know one of them, without a doubt, a lot of people had. A big album, big. We'll pick something more obscure, and then we'll see what else. We may go radical. I want to highlight my wife's dad's albums. He's got a lot of old country, very recognizable albums. So we'll talk about that on the music show. Southern Soundstage. I'm having fun with that. That's music. I love music. I've always loved music. And we'll talk about all kinds of music, with the exception of I don't do rap and I don't do hip hop. I can't help you. I never listened to it. Never been really a fan. And so if you want to talk about it and come on and talk about your favorite rap, I don't care. We'll do it. But I'm not going to do it. I would be useless in that area. Probably not going to be talking about anything off of Lawrence Welk or anything like that. Thanks for watching. I went to see AC/DC in Nashville. Wow, okay. I didn't know that, Ginger. Did you like it? Did you have? I mean, it's poor Malcolm. He's holding down the reins. Brian's back, and I guess the bass player was back. The drummer was not the same drummer. They didn't invite Phil Rudd back. And of course, Malcolm, Stevie Young, the nephew of the Young brothers, has been filling in for a long time. So, what is the bass player? Cliff Williams. I think he rejoined for those shows. I think. Yeah. Well, I'm trying to remember. But God bless everybody. I do got to go. We'll go up with some music, and we'll pop up a couple of ads for the coffees as well. Our coffee line. We've now rebranded Wolf Nation Coffee. We'll go out with some music. Hey, I could talk all day, but I got to go to work and kick off the work week. We'll see you tonight. Dean Chaser Potts in the house tonight with Ken, and we're going to be talking to our dirt track driver. Do you go to dirt tracks? I hope you do, because we're having fun highlighting these dirt track drivers, and we're going to be heading up to I-75 track soon and enjoy some racing, and it is kicking in full gear. We also have a companion Facebook site just for this, the SFP racing something. You can find it out there. It is growing, and we just talk racing on there and follow a lot of race car drivers. And we're hoping to have on a pit crew person here soon from one of the series. We're working on it. We got a lot of interviews left to come. Tonight is an interview, and those that have been on will be back on. Dusty was out there from Ohio. He'll be on this Saturday. Special interview time, special show. We'll be fitting him in, and he's sent me a couple of videos. One of them he broke his back on the jump. We're going to show that Saturday. Have a great morning. God bless you all. We appreciate you very much. Give us a like, follow, Sharon. Well, they had the big celebration last night for Ozzy. I didn't see it, but they're rolling out, and that was the first, I guess, award show music wise since he passed. So Sharon getting honored, I guess, for Ozzy. So, I don't remember. Cornbread Man Morning Show. We'll see you tonight. Also in the morning, I'll be back on at 6 a.m. sharp with the show again, and we'll dive back in. Broski, I'll check out the goings on. I promise. I'm a man of my word. I said I'll do it. Take care.
Why does it hurt?